You're working hard at your job, day in and day out. You're putting in the work. But if you want to stand out to your boss, if you want to stand out amongst your peers, you need to make sure you tweak these 5 skills employees must have. Welcome to the channel, Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help you become a more confident leader, and I do this with no nonsense sense, if that makes any sense. Now, the first skill or characteristic that you need to make sure you're up to date on, that you are polished on, is being professional. What that means is that you are polite. You're courteous. You use this weird thing called manners. You also want to make sure that you're well spoken. You know your audience. You can pick up whether you should be cussing or not. A lot of situations need you to know how to be well spoken within that environment. You need to be calm. Your boss, your superiors, they need to know that if somebody says something that you don't like, you're not going to go off on a tangent. You're not going to rip a strip off of them. That you can be calm, cool, and collected and handle yourself in a professional manner. The next skill or characteristic that you must have in order to advance and get the attention of your superiors is you must be a person of integrity. Now, what that means is that you are honest and truthful, even when it hurts. If there is a situation and they ask you point blank what happened, and you're the reason that it didn't happen the way it should, you need to be able to come forth. You need to be able to come forward and say, this was me. This was the issue. This is why. And it's not about passing blame. It's about being honest and having the integrity of owning up when things go wrong. The next skill or characteristic that you must have is that you need to be positive. You may think, or people may think, it's just enough to come in and do your job. Whether I'm positive or negative, it doesn't matter, but it does. Having a positive effect on your team, on the task at hand, has a huge impact in terms of how you're perceived. Because here's the thing. If I have 2 people that could do the exact same job with the exact same skill set, with the exact same results, I am without question picking the positive person, because I want to work with people that make me feel good, that make it enjoyable to come into work, that I don't have to worry how miserable they are today. They're just positive people. They're looking for the bright side. Now, if you err on finding the negatives, you will have a harder time getting in the good books of those who can help you advance your career. Now, this one can be tricky because it means you must be humble. You have to be willing to learn. At the end of the day, you could be like me and spend 17 years in an industry where realistically you know a lot, but you don't know everything and you can't know everything. You do need to be willing to learn more. You do need to be willing to have the new guy come in with a fresh idea and see that, you know what, we can learn something from this person. When you're willing to learn, that means you're willing to grow. And that's what people look for when they're looking for those to promote. They want to know that you are willing to learn more, because the job you had is not going to be the job they want to put you in. The next thing that will make you look fantastic in the eyes of your boss is that you are willing and able to coach and mentor new staff, young staff. You're just able to share the information that you've learned. You are making it so that you are replaceable, and that's the funny thing. A lot of people I know refuse to train new people because their thought is, why am I going to train somebody to do my job so that next thing you know, I'm out of a job? But that's exactly the point if you're looking to advance your career. You want to train somebody to do your job as good as you do it, if not better, so that the company, your boss, can say, we now have somebody to replace John So let's put John in a senior role. Let's advance John because we already know he can coach, he can mentor, he can train. He can help the next generation of employees become that much better. Now, speaking of mentors and coaches, who is it that you look to for mentoring, for coaching? In this video, I tell you why you may not want to be just looking at the experts in your field and who you should be looking for in terms of a coach. I'll see you in that video right after my coffee.